Day 18 of this Top Step Trader Combine. Another losing day. $210.69 down. 16 contracts traded. That equates to 7 round trips, with one of which being a 2 contract trade. I was short 1, 2, where is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times, aiming for this blue box here. 4 times really, 1, 2, 3, and then 4. The fifth one that I mentioned is actually an add, so I added in. I took a short here, that lost. Took a long here, that lost. Short again, added to the short, stopped wherever that is, somewhere up here. Yep, stopped here. Shorted again, didn't break, stopped for break even. Shorted again, so this is like the 4th short there. Came down to here, I was aiming for way down here, news, bang, down to the target. And yeah, so really I should have, if I'm strictly obeying the daily stop, I should have been done when this 2 contract trade stopped me out here, because I was down about $200 at this point. But I tried again, I didn't recoup the losses, even though I had a 2-point-something R trade here, didn't recoup the losses. Shorted here, an R of gains, then took that off. So not a lot I could have done with the current setup that I'm using. As I said, it's just a shame that the time I decide to start sticking to this more mechanical way of trading, it just hasn't been working for the last 2 days. Although the last 18 days, when back tested, gives $3,000. But obviously I haven't been trading that way. I've jumped between discretionary management of this methodology that I'm trading and a mechanical approach. The mechanical approach is obviously going to be rough around the edges, but it does deliver over the long term. But I don't have much room left in this combine, because I'm currently at I'm about 400, a few dollars shy of $400 away from the trailing drawdown, because I've already gone up about half a grand in this combine. So that's left me with just under $400 of drawdown room. And so I've got to make some choices in terms of time and aggression. So that's why I went over my 3 stops and out rule today, and got good maximum favorable excursion on 1, 2 of the 4 trades I took, and then took one loss here and then 1 break even that didn't go very far in favor. Lo and behold, if I had taken 1 more trade here, that would have gone off in favor, and I would have added in this area here. And then finally, it's the evening now, way too late for me, like coming up to, well, it's after 9 now, but coming up to 9 o'clock, 20 to 9 here, Central European, there was a trade here, and I was just too fried to pull the trigger in time, and that's currently 2.6 R in favor. So not that it doesn't work, but I've got to make a decision. Am I going to go discretionary with the backdrop chart that I had been using previously, if I can find it? Just a second, I'll pull that up. Yeah, am I going with this chart, which this was my backdrop chart, the 13-minute chart with the 21 EMA. This is just simply because of fib numbers. So I've chosen 4 sequential consecutive fib numbers as my settings, just to give it some logic behind it. But I suppose you could choose anything that's quote reasonable, and use that as a backdrop to make to make the trading decision. Excuse me. So, you know, because mechanical, I'm there taking trades. I think the reason why I switched to mechanical is because I was looking for a way to make sure that I can be disciplined enough to pull the trigger. So it's not that the discretionary approach doesn't work. It's just if you don't pull the trigger, nothing works. So I've established that I can pull the trigger and lose in predetermined spots. And now I'm leaning towards, looking back at the charts. I've looked back at the discretionary result, and it's tempting. So I'm in a bit of I know exactly what method I want to use as I watch this potential trade go in favor here. It's almost 3R in favor. It's a shame I couldn't. That would have got me back all of today's losses just on the one contract. But it's a case of deciding what I want to do for these remaining days of the combine. If I don't get a result by about next Wednesday, I may have to close this combine irrespective of whether I'm still in it or not, for costs and time purposes, because there's no point spinning my wheels. So rather than look for an outcome, I need to establish discipline. So I'm going to have a think about that, whether the discretionary approach is the way to go or whether it's the mechanical approach. The con of the mechanical approach is that I have no control over which direction I want to trade and what I want to do. The pro is that I can feel comfortable knowing if I've done something right or wrong. And then the flip side is true of the discretionary trading. Mechanical gets me in a whole lot more trades than I would like to take and I would normally take, and that's why I'm dead tired today. I took 7 round trips today, and usually 1 to 4, 5 tops gets the job done. You either run out of time, hit the stop, or hit the target, usually within 4 trades or 5 trades. So and definitely not trading into the late afternoon and going into the evening. So I'm thinking that I'll have a think about it. Let me know in the comments below if you've got an opinion, whether it should be a discretionary use of a method or a mechanical use, and any pros and cons as you see it. And I will get back to you probably tomorrow as usual. So if anything, it's going to be an exercise in, well, I have data to look back on and see when I was doing well and when I wasn't doing so well, and then we'll see how we go from there. So that's it for now. Like this video if you found it useful, subscribe if you haven't already, and remember to first establish a plan, which is something I haven't quite done, and then stick to it and follow your rules. So I'll see you all tomorrow. Take care.